Hey y'all, hey. What's going on? I'm ready to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. How y'all feeling? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Look, I'm going to talk to y'all about passing your exams because we need to discuss this. We need to discuss it. I want you all to know that the process can be so simple. The process to learning your exam concepts, passing your exam, getting your certification, getting your license, all of that can be easy right here, right now. And I'm going to teach you how. Okay, if you're just coming in and you don't know me, hello, my name is Veronica. I am a certified teacher. I am also an exam prep expert. I am a proud graduate of Howard University, and I'm also the founder of Help Me Pass. And at Help Me Pass, what we do is we teach adult learners, specifically those preparing for standardized professional licensure or certification exams, how to study and how to pass their exam to earn their professional credentials. Okay, so if you're preparing for an exam and you want to pass that exam to earn a professional credential, and let me be very clear what I mean by a professional credential. Some of you all may know, but the quickest way to elevate in your career is to earn professional credentials. Meaning you study a topic for a designated time, you take a test, and then you get a certificate or you get a license. That's the quickest way to level up in your career. Maybe I should change the topic. The quickest way to level up in your career is to get a certification or a license. And some of you all may be in school, and that's cool. But you got to get that certification. You got to get that license, okay? Share the live so more people will join. Share the live so that more people will join. But that's the quickest way to level up in your career. You want to make more money, you want to get a higher salary, get a certification or a professional license, because that is what is going to set you apart. When you have a license or a certification and other people don't, and you apply to a job, guess what? They're going to look at you first because you have the credentials. Have you ever heard someone say, check my credentials? They're saying, look at my papers. In 2026, it's time to get your papers, okay? And all you have to do is enroll in a program. You take the test, you pass the test, you have your license or your certification. But some of you, what's holding you back from getting your papers or getting your credentials is that you can't pass the test. And I'm going to teach you. But this is the thing. I can teach you all day and all night, but you have to commit to investing in yourself. Because how many of you all can be honest and say you've tried to do this whole exam prep, test prep thing on your own for a long time? A lot of you all have, whether you acknowledge it or not. You've tried to do it on your own a lot. And maybe you have invested in some services, but you kind of still have one foot in and one foot out. The way that you're going to pass your exam and get your credentials is when you truly invest an extended amount of time in studying consistently with a professional. I'm going to say that again. You have to spend an extended amount of time, meaning more than a couple days, more than a couple weeks, investing in yourself, spending time with a professional that's going to teach you how to pass the correct way. Because in order to get the credentials, to get your papers, to get your license, to get your certification, it's going to require an investment of your time and your resources, okay? Notice I said time and resources because when we hear the word investment, we automatically think money. Yes, it is going to require some money. I do want to acknowledge that. But it's also going to require an extended amount of time. Some of you all are giving up too fast. The test is hard. I get it. You may have failed once. You may have failed twice. You may have failed 3 times. But guess what? If that is your dream, you cannot give up on it. I don't care if you want to be a doctor. I don't care if you want to be a medical professional. I don't care what industry you desire to work in. If that industry is what you really desire to do, you cannot quit because the exam is hard. Who am I talking to? Some of you all want to quit because you failed the exam. No, don't quit. Invest in learning the correct way to study and pass the exam. First of all, learn how to study, but also tackle these multiple choice exams and questions. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Sharonda said me. Sharonda, what exam are you preparing for? I would love to know. Welcome. If y'all are new here, hello, my name is Veronica. I am a certified teacher. I'm also an exam prep expert. I am a proud graduate of Howard University, and I'm the founder of Help Me Pass. And we teach adult learners just like you, step by step, how to pass their licensure and certification exams to get their credentials and elevate in their career. This is what I want to share with you. Some of you all may have already seen this. I see Tyler on the live. Hey, Tyler, I don't mean to call you out, but hey, Tyler. Well, he just left when I called his name. This is what I want to share with you. I am it's already started. I am launching the second cohort. I've already had my first cohort in January. I am starting the second cohort of the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. Class begins on April the 6th. And I'm going to be spending 6 weeks with you, step by step, teaching you how to pass the exam, okay? How do you understand difficult multiple choice questions, right? How do you know what answer to select? How do you study the correct way so that you remember the information? All of this I'm going to teach you in my 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. Okay, the link is in my bio at the top of my page. If you're new here, again, hello, I'm Veronica. I'm going to spend 6 weeks with you, and here's why. Because some of you all don't realize this, but you really can pass your exam. But you have to study the correct way for an extended amount of time. And some of you all, you need to work with a professional. A lot of you all, let me be honest. You need to work with someone who's been in your shoes. Let me tell you all. Before I became a certified teacher, I had to pass, not just pass 5 exams. All 5 were multiple choice exams. One was half essay and half multiple choice. Okay? Very complex exams. People think that becoming a certified teacher is easy because you're just teaching. No. That exam was hard. You know how I passed? Implementing the same strategies that I want to teach you on April the 6th. Again, if you're just joining, I'm talking about the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. Here it is. Click the link in my bio if you want to learn more about the program. Okay, you'll click the link at the top of my page, right? Once you click the link, it's going to open a new page, okay? That first option right here, pass in 6 weeks, click that to learn more about the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. Look, like I said, this is my second cohort. So I've already had students in this program who are already ready to pass their exam. And let me tell you why. Because they locked in for an extended period of time. Put a 1 in the chat if you have an exam coming up in 2026 that you need to pass. I'm talking about a standardized certification or licensure exam. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a licensure or a certification exam coming up. And let me be very clear. When I say certification or license, I'm talking about so that you can have your credentials to show that you are qualified in a specific career field. So, for example, I'm a certified teacher, okay? But you may be wanting to become a licensed nurse practitioner, or you may be trying to become a registered nurse. I have a lot of people who follow me who are preparing for the NCLEX. Okay, some of you all may be preparing for the CNA exam. I had people in my last cohort of the 6-week Exam Prep Academy preparing for the CNA exam. No matter your exam, this is what I want you to know. You can pass, and it's possible to pass. But this is what I'm going to be teaching you in the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. First of all, we're going to be talking about studying the wrong way, unlearning your old habits. That's week 1. Okay, y'all with me? And you can take notes on this. Week 1, we're going to be talking about unlearning poor studying habits. Because in order to learn something new, you have to get rid of the old. Okay, so I'm going to the page here. Okay, week 1, we're going to be talking about unlearning poor studying habits. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone so y'all can see it. Then week 2, we talk about bringing structure to your learning. Now, when I say structure to your learning, the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of y'all are operating in chaos, right? A lot of y'all are operating in chaos. So if you go click the link in my bio, you can see all of this that I'm reading. Week 1, week 2, everything you're going to learn, okay? So week 1, we're going to talk about unlearning those poor studying habits, those poor strategies that you're using, like the flashcards. A lot of you all are relying on flashcards to pass your exam. No, in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy, I'm going to teach you the real way to study. And I'm also going to teach you how do you answer multiple choice questions the correct way. right? What do you do when you see a fill in the blank? What do you do when you have a question that's asking you to pick two options or all of the above? How do you handle those type of questions? All of that is going to be discussed in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Oops, there it is. Okay. Again, click the link in my bio to learn more about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy, because in the program, and I want to be clear, it's not for everybody. It's for those people who you know that you're struggling to pass by yourself. Who am I talking to? Can somebody be honest and say, I've been trying to pass my exam on my own and it's hard. It's too much. Is anybody willing to be honest about that? That is why I created the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. In my first cohort, which started in January, my God, they were so excited. And that's the type of people that I want to work with. I want to work with you. I want you in my program if you are serious, because it's not exciting for me as a teacher if you're not serious. I'm just being honest. Okay. Also, this program is not for you if you are preparing for a college test, right? Like if you're preparing for a test for a classroom, that's not what this is for. Okay. I want to be very clear. Again, if you just joined the live, I'm talking about the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. Class starts April the 6th. You can click the link in my bio at the top of my page, and you can read all the details of the program, everything that is included and everything that you will learn. So this program is not for you if you are in college and you're trying to pass a classroom test. This program is specifically for adult learners who are aspiring professionals. What do I mean by aspiring professional? Meaning you're working right now, but you're trying to earn a license or a certification. You're trying to get your papers. Put a P in the chat if you're trying to get your papers, meaning your credentials. You're trying to get those papers, those letters next to your name. Okay. If you're trying to get certified in front of your name, or if you're trying to get licensed in front of your name, that's who I want in this program. Okay. I love it, Ralph. Or is it Ralph? It's supposed to be Ralph. Hey, Ralph, what exam are you preparing for? I would love to know. If you're preparing for a licensure, or excuse me. If you're preparing for a licensure or a certification exam, I want you to click the link in my bio at the top of my page. And I want you to enroll in the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. I'm going to teach you from the very beginning to the very end. How do you pass a test? What do you do when you sit down to study? What do you do if you have a multiple choice question and you don't know the answer? What do you do when you have an all of the above question? You know, those multiple choice questions that say A, B, C, D, or all of the above. What do you do if you're stuck on a concept and you just can't learn it? You don't understand what it's asking you. What do you do when you have a question and you don't understand what it's asking you? All of that I'm going to teach you in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. So class starts April the 6th. Right? And for 6 weeks, each week, we're going to tackle a different thing. Okay. Each week, we're going to tackle a different thing and we're going to have a different theme. I like how that went together. Okay. Because I never said it like that before. But each week is a different theme. Week 1, like I said, we're going to be unlearning. Right? You have to get those old habits out of your mind. A lot of you all, if you just stop with the bad habits, there's a such thing as good study habits and bad study habits. Like the flashcards, bad study habits. Reading for hours, bad study habits. You don't read for hours when you're preparing for an exam, but that's okay if you don't know. I'm going to teach you in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Week 2, okay? And you can see all of this if you click the link in my bio. Everything that we're going to discuss and that you're going to learn is on that page. Okay. If you go to the event page, you can see it. Week 2, we're going to bring structure to your learning. You cannot function in chaos anymore if you want to pass on your next attempt. And I want to pause right there because I know I'm doing a lot of talking. Let me pause and say this. This program is also for people who desire to pass their certification or their licensure exam on their very first attempt or their next attempt. Okay. So if you've taken the exam several times and you want to make sure you pass on the next time, this is for you. If you know you want to make more money in your career because you need to, that's not my business, that's yours. If you know you need to get a salary increase, but you have to earn your professional credentials first, I want you in this 6-week program because guess what? I'm going to teach you exactly how to pass on your very next attempt. I don't mean to speak so fast. I'm excited. Okay. So week 2, we're going to bring structure to your learning. Week 3, I've been working, getting my credentials. Okay. What field are you in, Ralph? Like, what type of credentials are you trying to earn? Okay, week 3, this is what we're going to do. I'm talking about, if you're just joining, hey, y'all, I'm talking about everything that you're going to learn in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy beginning April the 6th. The second cohort, okay? My first cohort was in January. They already graduated. I'm so proud of them. They are ready for their exam, okay? But the second cohort is beginning April the 6th, okay? So click the link at the top of my page for details. Okay, I'm going to show you all where to go. You see the link at the top of my page. Once you click that, it's going to open a new page, okay? I know it's backwards, but you're going to click that link right there, right? Once you click it, a new page is going to open. That first section right there, pass in 6 weeks, click that, and it'll open the detail page of the program so you can learn everything that's included and what you'll receive as well. Also, when you enroll in the program, you get my ebook, Study Smarter, Not Harder, for standardized exams, complimentary, okay? You also get access to my app, okay? The Help Me Pass app. This is not on the market yet. This is only for people who work with me in the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy, okay? So let me go back to week 3. Week 1, we're going to, because it's a 6-week program, I'm telling you everything that we're going to do and everything that you're going to learn in the 6 weeks. I'm not telling you everything we're going to do. You got to join. But I'm telling you everything you're going to learn and what our focus will be each week. So week 1, we're going to unlearn poor studying habits. Week 2, we're going to bring structure to your learning. When you have all of these different concepts, what do you even do with them first? What do you do? I'm going to teach you. Week 3, we're going to start going deep, like scuba diving, right? Because some of you all are snorkeling when you should be scuba diving. Oh, that's a bar. Some of you all are snorkeling when you study, when you should be scuba diving. You should be going deep, like deep, deep, deep. You're not going deep enough. And that is what prevents you from learning and retaining the information to an extent that you pass your exam. Okay? So you have to go scuba diving. Remember that. When you're studying, you have to go scuba diving, not snorkeling. I've never said that before, but I love it. Okay, Ralph says, I want to start engineering class. You should do that, Ralph. Seriously. Look, it's 2026. It's so much chaos going on in the world. You might as well pursue your dreams. You may as well, what did they say? Go for the jugular. You may as well pursue your dreams. Like, it's so much chaos going on. Why not bet on yourself? Why not? Okay, so that was week 3. We're going to go scuba diving week 3, meaning we're going to go deeper. And what I mean in the context of education. Week 3, and I'm talking about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy if you just joined the live. Week 3, you start learning the information that's going to be on your exam, but then you start learning it in a way where you remember it. And you don't just remember it like memorizing it. You remember it because it sticks because of the strategies that you're going to be using. Okay. And I'm going to be teaching you all those strategies. And let me say this, if I did not make this clear, the 6-week Exam Prep Academy is not a program where you're watching videos all day. No, I'm teaching you live every week. Every week I'm teaching you live. We're on Zoom in our private community. Now, let me say this too. If you cannot make the class every week, because we have class every Monday evening at 6 p.m. If you cannot make class at 6 p.m. every evening, all of the classes are recorded and the replay is uploaded in our private community. So no excuses if you have something going on Monday at 6 p.m. You still can watch the replay as you should. No, thank you for asking. No, it's Central Time, 6 p.m. Central Time every Monday evening. I'm going to be teaching you all in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Everything you're talking about is part of my struggle. Yeah, enroll in the program, and then when you get ready to get your engineering certification, you can come and join the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. But if you're not enrolled in a program yet, or if you're not ready to take your test yet, Ralph, it's probably not worth the investment yet, because I want to be very clear, and thank you, Ralph, for your comments. I want to be very clear. Once again, the 6-week Exam Prep Academy starting April the 6th, the second cohort begins April the 6th. It is for adult learners preparing for certification or licensure exams, meaning you're trying to earn professional credentials. You're trying to get a real estate license. I had someone in my last cohort, they were preparing for the real estate license exam in the state of Georgia, right? They were in my program. I had another person preparing for the medical assistant exam, right? They were in the program. So if you're trying to earn a professional license or a certification, this program was for you. Okay, let's do a quick recap because I still didn't go through all the weeks. Week 1, we're going to unlearn old and poor study habits. Week 2, right? You're going to bring structure to your learning. I'm going to teach you, what do you do when you have all of this information in front of you? Like you have a textbook, you have a PowerPoint presentation. Yes, even the ASWB. Yes, Latoya, I would love to have you in the program. Question, Latoya, have you taken the exam once already, or will this be your first attempt? It doesn't matter. You can certainly still enroll in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. I just like to always ask that question. So week 2, you bring structure to your learning. Week 3, okay, I'm doing a quick synopsis, a quick summary actually of what you'll be learning in the 6-week program. Week 3, remember, we're going to go scuba diving. You're going to go deep. Okay, Latoya, if this is your second time, I highly recommend you enroll in the program. And here's why. Because you've taken it once, and I always recommend, look, you can take the exam the first time on your own if you want to. If you want to. Okay, I'm not saying I recommend that. I recommend you always work with a professional when you're preparing for a large certification exam. But if you've already tried once on your own, it's time to invest into working with a professional, someone who is a certified educator like myself, who can actually teach you the strategies and the skills that you need to pass the exam on your very next attempt. Okay, Latoya? So if you just joined my live, again, I'm talking about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Class begins April the 6th. The link is in my bio at the top of my page. And if you don't understand what this program entails, that's what I'm sharing with you all now. Everything that you're going to learn in the program, what's included, is on that page. If you click the link at the top of my page, when you click it, it's going to open here, pass in 6 weeks. You click that. Okay, and then it's going to open a page where you can learn more detail. But I want to continue. So week 4, okay? Week 4 is where we start to get very technical. Very technical. And I say that intentionally because, can I be honest? I don't know how transparent I can be with y'all. For some of you all, that's your only problem. You're not being technical. Like, I made a post saying this. If someone owed you money and let's say they owed you $209 and they paid you back, but they only gave you $200, you would say, where's my other $9? Where are my other $9? You would be so technical. You wouldn't let that $9 slide. Some of us would, but most people would not let that $9 slide, especially in this economy. They would say, where my $9 at? It's the same way when you're preparing for an exam, when you're learning something. Being technical is what separates people who pass from people who fail. And I don't want to say people. I'm just going to keep it simple. Being technical is what separates passing from failing. But most people say, oh, well, I saw this. No, you have to get technical. And that's what I teach you all in week 4. I said week 5. I meant week 4. That's what we learned in week 4. Week 5 is when we start to focus on the practice questions in the practice test. Because a lot of people, I don't know how honest you all will be. Y'all gonna be real with me? A lot of people start with the practice questions and I'm like, no. Why are you starting with the practice questions? No, don't start with the practice questions, okay? You have to start with learning. I'm gonna say that again. You don't start with practice questions. You start with learning. Okay, so week 5, that's when I start teaching you all, how do you even interpret all of these different questions? How do you analyze different types of multiple choice questions? How do you determine when a question is asking you X, Y, Z from when it's asking you 1, 2, 3? So that's the focus for week 5. And then week 6 is where I go all in and I'm teaching you, you all my complete multiple choice masterclass. Okay. And I used to give that away for free. And I had a friend say, you know what? You really shouldn't give that away for free. And I'm just being honest with y'all. I like to be honest. Okay. I really do. It just makes life easier. I used to give away the multiple choice masterclass for free and it was too good. And my friend told me, no, take that off the market. So now you only get access to the multiple choice masterclass in my 6-week exam prep academy. Okay. So if you know you struggle with multiple choice questions and answer options, and I made a post about multiple choice answer options. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about something totally different. So a lot of you all may not know this, but there's 10 different types of multiple choice questions. And each one, all 10, you address differently. Okay. So you don't address a fill in the blank question like you would a true or false question. And that's what I teach in my 6-week exam prep academy. So I've been doing a lot of talking. I went over the whole summary of what you're going to learn in the 6-week program. And if you want to see it like for yourself in writing, you can just click the link in my bio. But any questions, I really want to open up because I'm just talking. I can talk all day, y'all. So please ask me questions. What questions do you have about the 6-week exam prep academy? What questions do you have about maybe preparing for your exam? Any questions you have, I want to make sure I address them. Because look, 2026 is the year that I want you all to finally pass. But I have to be honest with you, okay? You're going to have to do a little bit more. Imagine this. You enroll in a program for 6 weeks. You complete the program. You take your test. You pass. You have your certification. You have your license. You never have to look at the exam again. And I know what a lot of you all are thinking, okay, well, what is it going to cost? Because people always reach out to me and ask me, what is it going to cost? And I'm like, if they click the link in my bio, they would see what it's going to cost. But this is what I'll share with you. It is an investment. And honestly, next year or probably the end of this year, it's going to be more because the results I'm getting, the feedback I'm getting, I absolutely have to charge more or people won't value it. But right now it's only $700. And guess what? You don't even have to pay the full $700 up front. Somebody missed that because they said, oh my God. You don't even have to pay the full $700 up front. You can pay in installments. Somebody left alive when I said $700. They did. All you have to do is you click the link in my bio, you can pay in installments. I know if I had taken an exam and I couldn't pass and I was struggling, I would immediately enroll in the program. I would set it up on installments using Klarna or Afterpay. And I would enroll in that program and I would wait until it starts on April the 6th. I would come ready and I would pass my exam. I would do everything that I learned in the program. I would do everything that I was instructed to do. Let me be very clear, because you have to follow my instructions clearly. I want to be very clear. Everything I'm going to teach you in the 6-week exam prep academy is going to teach you how to learn your exam material, how to pass the test, how to overcome difficult questions, how not to be anxious the day of the test. And you're going to take the test and you're going to pass it. But you have to invest in your learning. Again, the link is in my bio if you just joined the live. Hello, I'm Veronica. I'm an exam prep expert. I'm also a certified teacher. I'm the founder of Help Me Pass, and I'm also a proud graduate of Howard University. And what I do is I teach adult learners how to pass professional licensing and certification exams to earn their professional credentials to elevating their career. Okay, so if you have a licensure or a certification exam coming up and you want to make sure that you pass it on your very next attempt, I want you to enroll in the 6-week exam prep academy. The link is in my bio at the top of my page. As I just explained, you don't even have to pay the full amount up front. You can enroll by paying in installments. So don't let the price, oh my God, this price. You can pay in installments. Like, you have to think about what's important to you. And that's not something I can decide. You have to think about, okay, how many more times do I want to take this test? How many more times do I want to have to go through this process of studying for hours. And that's the thing I love about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy, is that the entire time you're in the program, you're studying. Every Monday we have class at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then for that week, whatever I taught you all that week, you're focusing on that topic, that concept, that strategy for the entire week. Okay, so if you want your credentials, again, there's a few things you're going to have to do. Number one, you're going to have to invest in an extended test prep program. And I don't like to say test because it's an exam that I'm helping people prepare for, not tests. Tests are for classrooms. If you want to make sure you pass your exam on the very next attempt, you're going to have to invest in an extended exam prep program, meaning something you do for more than just a couple of weeks. Number two, you are going to have to pay. These services that are helping change your life, they are worth the investment, because once you pass, let me tell you, once you pass your exam, you're not going to be thinking about $700. $700. And you have a license or a certification to be, a real estate agent. Now you can become a licensed nurse. Now you're a registered nurse. Now you're an LPN. Now you're a CNA. Now you're a licensed counselor. Who cares about $700? $700 does not compare to the salary that you are going to have once you pass your exam and you get your credentials. Once you get those papers, honey, that $700, you will make that times 1,000 in your career. More than that, probably. So if you just joined the live, I'm talking about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. The link is in my bio at the top of my page. Click the link for details. I'm going to be spending 6 weeks with you, teaching you exactly how to pass your standardized licensing or certification exam. I'm going to teach you how to study, what to study for 6 weeks straight. How do you answer difficult multiple choice questions? What do you do when you don't know the answer? What do you do if you feel anxious? What do you do if you look at the question and your mind just goes blank? What do you do? I'm going to teach you all of that in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. But you have to get serious about passing. If you never, ever, ever want to take the same exam again, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And think about this. For some of you all, it's not just about you. Some of you all have children. Some of you all have parents you want to take care of. Some of you all may just want to live a better life. It all starts with getting your papers, getting your credentials, so you can go and tell them, check my credentials. When you apply to that job, you don't have to be nervous about, oh, am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? No, you're going to get it because you have your credentials. But first, you have to pass the test. You pass the exam by working with the professional. Yes, I'm talking about myself. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to hold your hand for 6 weeks and tell you everything that you need to do. We have live class every Monday evening at 6 p.m. in our private community on School. Okay. Every day I'm posting a different positive affirmation to keep you all encouraged, because I am huge on positive affirmations. It's an experience, and I'm going to have one of my cohorts, one of the members of my cohorts from cohort 1 to come on the live one day and speak with you all and share her experience. In my last cohort, I had one lady preparing for the real estate license exam. I also had another one preparing for the CCMA exam, which is for medical assisting. And when I tell you their confidence, they're ready for their exam. They're ready to pass their exam. From the feedback that I received, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, it encouraged me as a teacher. I'm like, okay, I'm doing my thing. I'm just being honest. So click the link at the top of my page for details. Like, maybe you're not ready to sign up right now, this moment, but at least click the link in my bio at the top right here. Okay. And it's going to take you to another page. You'll see this pass in 6 weeks. You'll click that. Once you click that, it's going to open the page for you to learn more about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. I Will Pass is the name of the academy. Okay. Read the information on the page so you know what you're receiving. Number one, you're going to get guidance. For some of you all, you would pass the exam like tomorrow if you just had someone to guide you day by day. Wouldn't it be nice if you had someone to tell you every single day what you need to do to pass, like to study? Please email, hey Sephora, Sephora, click the link at the top of my page. I'm not sure why you're saying please email. Can you explain? If you click the link at the top of my page, you'll see it right there. The page to learn more about the 6-week exam prep academy. But I was saying, wouldn't it be nice for some of you all if you just had somebody to tell you what to do each day? Because I want to be very clear, in this 6-week exam prep academy, every single day I'm guiding you. I'm literally holding your hand saying, okay, this is what you study today. This is what you study tomorrow. This is what you study on Friday. I'm telling you day by day what to study. I'm telling you day by day what you need to focus on. And then each week we focus on a different topic. Okay? And it's all related to your exam and passing your exam. Any questions? Sephora, what did you mean though when you said email me? Click the link at the top of my page. That's where all the information is. So you all, if you just joined the live and you're wondering what I'm talking about the 6-week exam prep academy. It's the first option once you click the link at the top of my page. Okay. So the 6-week exam prep academy, it includes my ebook, Study Smarter, Not Harder for Standardized Exams. Okay. We have a private community just for professionals. Let me be very clear. This program is for individuals preparing for licensing and certification exams. Okay. If you're trying to earn a license or a certification, this program is for you. Okay. If you're trying to get those papers, those credentials, those letters behind your name, this program is for you. Okay. And I want to be clear because some people have reached out to me and they're saying they're in school, and you can still work with me if you're in school, just not in the 6-week exam prep academy. You would need to book a private session with me, and you can do that by first scheduling a consultation. Schedule a call with me. The link is also in my bio for that. Schedule a call with me and let's chat about what you're preparing for, because I do private tutoring as well. Okay. But some of you all who are preparing for, excuse me, let me slow down. Preparing. Let me slow down. Some of you all who are preparing for standardized certification exams, you don't need one-on-one tutoring. You need to be in a program designed to help you pass and learn the concepts. And I keep saying learn, and I always point at my head when I do that, because that's how you pass, by learning the information. In a 1-hour session, even a 2-hour session, that's not how you learn information. You learn information over an extended period of time. That's why the Exam Preparation Academy is 6 weeks. And it's for you if you know that you're struggling to pass your certification or your licensing exam. And I want to be very clear. When I say license, I'm talking about maybe like a professional exam, like the real estate exam. Like the NCLEX, which is the professional exam for people trying to become registered nurses. I've had people preparing for the NCE exam, which is the National Counselor's Exam, to become a licensed counselor. Those are the type of exams, if you're preparing for those, certification, like the teacher certification, I'm a certified teacher. All of those exams are the exams that take time to pass. It takes time to pass a standardized exam. You cannot pass it overnight. And for some of you all, that is the sole reason why you're failing. And I mean that with love. It's solely because you're preparing for an exam that takes time to pass and you're trying to pass it in 2 weeks. No, you have to put in those reps. Just like when you're in the gym. You lift weights, you don't get muscles in one day. You get muscles from lifting over an extended period of time. It's the same way with preparing for your exam. That is why I am encouraging you to enroll in the 6-week Exam Preparation Academy. Again, class starts April the 6th. I'm going to be spending 6 weeks with you, teaching you step by step, day by day, exactly what to do to learn your exam concepts so that you pass the test the very next time you take it. Any questions? I'm doing a lot of talking. Y'all got to talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, okay? If you just joined the live, click the link at the top of my page to get more information on the program. As I just explained, they left the live when I said this, y'all. I hope y'all don't leave the live, too. You won't help me. I know I'm not able to pass. That is not true. No negative talk here. That's not true. You can pass. You just have to put in the effort. and you have to work with a professional. Okay, if you're on your 4th attempt, that means you need to work with a professional. What exam are you preparing for? You need to enroll in the 6-week exam prep academy. Let me see. You said I have worked with 3 professionals. Okay, we need to talk because I want to know, what did they teach you? Did they give you practice questions? Oh, that's phenomenal. SW, come on, social worker. That is amazing. I worked with someone previously preparing for the social work exam. They worked with me in a private session, but if you've taken the exam 4 times, is it Anjanea, you need to work with me in a private, you need to work with me in the 6-week program. It's going to take time. And I would love to know, what did they teach you? Did they just give you practice questions? Did they just give you, many questions? Yeah, but see, that's the problem. I'm glad you said that. Please send me a DM. And I want you to enroll in the 6-week exam prep academy. This is the thing. Am I saying your name right? Anjanea. Let me say this. I hope you're listening. Anjanea, listen to what I'm about to tell you. A lot of people don't know that the practice. I literally just made a post about this. I haven't posted it yet, but I literally just recorded a video about this. Listen to what I'm about to say, everybody, not just Anjanea. I'm struggling with the terminology I use on the exam, and the tricky wording is so hard. Yes, okay. Listen to this. A lot of people put so much energy into the questions and not the strategy to pass the test. Listen to what I just said. A lot of people put in a lot of effort. I just made a post about this. I want to show y'all. Oh, y'all, if I show y'all, y'all got to stay on the live. If I turn my camera around, I'm going to turn my camera around to the whiteboard. Okay. I'm going to show y'all something. I literally just made a post about this. Hold on. I'm about to turn my camera around. Hold on. Okay. I'm about to show y'all something. Do not leave the live because I'm about to help y'all. Okay. I'm going to flip the camera around. Hold on. I got to fix my, hold on, y'all. But I'm about to show y'all, literally, I just made a post about this, but I'm going to show y'all on the whiteboard because it'll make more sense. I got to fix my ring light, okay? This is about to make so much sense what I'm about to say. A lot of y'all are focusing so much on the practice questions. And you should you should focus on some practice questions, but not a whole lot. And here's why, okay? Okay, can y'all see my whiteboard? I'm about to show y'all something, okay? Y'all see that? Okay. I literally just made a video about this, but I'm gonna show y'all because y'all on the live, okay? There are 2 domains. Y'all listening? Before I even start, put a 1 in the chat if you listening. Because I'm telling y'all, this is about to help y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you listening. I'm going to cover up the board till y'all put a 1 in the chat. Y'all listening? I'm about to, okay. This is what a lot of you all are doing. Okay, there's 2 domains. There's horizontal, which is across. Listen, it's going to make sense. Then there's vertical, which is up and down, right? Horizontal is the practice questions, right? You're taking the practice test. You're looking at the different types of questions, and then you take a practice test and you see how many you got correct. And based on that, you make your decision if you're ready for the exam. But this is what a lot of people are not doing. They're only focusing on horizontal, which is the practice questions. But remember, there's 2 domains. The second one is vertical. What is vertical? That's studying correctly, learning the exam concepts, right? Understanding them. A lot of people are focusing just on horizontal and not on vertical. You have to put energy and effort into both of them. Horizontal and vertical. And guess what happens when you do that? When you focus on the horizontal domain, which is the practice questions, and the vertical domain, which is studying correctly and consistently, then you intersect. When you have an intersection in the middle, that's what I call the sweet spot. The sweet spot is in the middle. So if you have someone that's just giving you practice questions, but they're not teaching you the strategies to study correctly and learn, and we use the word study so much, I'm going to have to start using other words. Because when we say study, it just goes in one ear and out the other. When I say study, that means you're taking time to decompose the concepts. We know what decompose means, right? If you ever saw a dead animal on the side of the street and it's been there for days, its body decomposes. It breaks down. That's how you have to be with your exam concepts. So you can look at questions all day. It still won't make sense until you start to decompose and study correctly. And then I have this example here. Y'all see this? Real estate concepts. Let's say you were preparing for the real estate exam, or take your exam, for example, okay, the social work exam. If you started looking at practice questions before you started learning the concepts, when you see the questions, the concepts, you won't know the answer because you didn't take time to learn the concepts. So we can't start with practice questions because you have to learn the concepts. For example, zoning laws, contractual agreements, selling procedures. If you don't learn these concepts, when it's time to look at practice questions, you won't know the answers. That is why it makes zero sense to start with practice questions. Am I making sense? Y'all got to let me know. Hold on, let me turn my camera around. Am I making sense? That was helpful. Thank you. That's what I'm going to be teaching you all in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. That's why I'm encouraging you to enroll. Hold on, let me move my ring light. The link is in my bio, Anaja. I would love to have you in the program, but look, 4 times, can I be honest? I mean this with love. 4 times is a lot. And think about this, Anaja. Every time you take the exam, you're spending more money. I'm a certified teacher. I took 5 different certification exams. They cost. They're not free. And every time you have to retake an exam, and Anaja, can I ask, how much is your social work exam? It's none of my business, but I bet you it's a lot. I bet you it's a lot, Anaja. I know it's a lot. It's none of my business, so you don't have to tell me. But my point is this, and this is not just for Anaja, for all of you all. If you're preparing for a licensing exam and you've already failed it like more than once or more than twice, and you're taking the exam again, you're paying every time. So for me, I believe my certification exam was $120. Every time I took it, I had to pay. What you teaching? I teach professionals how to pass certification and licensure exams to earn their credentials and elevate in their career. Hi there, 3B dudes. 3B dudes. Why y'all don't put y'all real name on here? I guess you don't have to. But if you just missed what I just taught, or if you just saw what I just taught, that's what you have to think about. Keep going. Thank you. Mwah. I appreciate that. But yes, I want you all to keep that in mind. Like, you can't just have one part. You can't just have one domain. You can't just focus on the practice questions. You have to also invest in actually learning the material. And that takes time. That's the part that takes a lot of effort. And again, I'm going to be teaching you that in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Click the link in my bio at the top of my page for details. I'll show you all. If you just joined the live, hello, my name is Veronica. If you're preparing for a standardized professional exam to earn your professional credentials, I want you in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. It's going to help you learn your exam concepts and pass your exam. Because passing begins with learning. We don't talk about that a lot, but it does. Passing begins with learning. It's like it begins with learning, but it also begins with using the correct strategies to learn. And strategies is another word I get tired of using because when you say certain buzzwords, they don't have any meaning anymore. Like if you just say strategy so much, if you just say, what's another one? I just said study, analyze. You have to analyze. And that sounds like, oh, that's so hard. Analyzing is not nearly as hard as you think it is. But I'm going to teach you, but you have to enroll in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Again, class starts April the 6th. Don't wait till April the 7th and say, oh, I actually want to join the program now. I'm going to say enrollment is closed. I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait till the summer because I'm only doing this class 4 times a year. And don't try to push back your exam until the summer. No, you need to be taking it in the summer, friend. You need to be enrolling in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy in April. For April, not in April. You need to enroll now for April, and then you take your exam in the summer. You keep and let me say this. This is what I love about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Everything that you learn that I'm going to teach you, first of all, you get a copy of all the resources. You get to keep them, because in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy, there are exclusive resources only available to the cohorts, the members of the cohort, okay? So if you're not in the program, you can't get access to my app. You can't get your free copy of the ebook, Study Smarter, Not Harder. You can purchase my ebook. The link is in my bio, but you won't get a copy of it like at no cost. So there are exclusive resources specifically for people in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. And when they enroll, they get to keep those resources, okay? But they're only available in our private community. So that's another thing. Some of you all, you need more than just the ebooks. You can start with the ebook. Again, the link is in my bio. Study Smarter, Not Harder for Standardized Exams. But some of you all need an ebook and you need tutoring. Another thing, another feature that I love, you also get a complimentary session with me in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. Otherwise, you will have to invest in a private session with me. But all the members of my cohort, they get that at no additional cost. So, again, if you're wondering what I'm talking about the 6-week Exam Prep Academy, you click the link right there at the top of my page. Once you click the link, a page is going to open. Okay? You click that, and that's how you enroll. So let's say I want to enroll, okay, but I don't want to pay the full amount up front. I want to do installments. First of all, you'll scroll down. You'll scroll down. I'm going to show y'all where to go. Can I turn this around, y'all? Because I'm y'all looking at it backwards. I don't like that. Can I turn this around, y'all? I'm going to turn it around so I can really show y'all. Because, I mean, who wants to look at a backward screen? So I'm going to show y'all, okay? Y'all see my screen? Ooh, I didn't mean to click that. That's a video that you can watch, though. But you'll scroll down. So let me start from the top, okay? So this is the first page you'll see once you click that page from the link in my bio. You can watch the video to learn more about the program. So once you read enough information, click join the program, right? When you click join the program, yes, it is you don't have to pay that full amount up front. This is how I want you to do it. You scroll down, okay? You can click. Y'all see that? Let me come closer. More payment methods, okay? You can click Afterpay. If you do Afterpay, you put your information in, and look, it gives you the different options, okay? You can do 12 payments of $60, 6 payments of $119. You have options. If you don't like Afterpay, guess what? You can use Klarna, okay? Wait, there it is, Klarna. And here are the options. They're about the same. They're a little different from Afterpay, but essentially those are the options. So I just wanted to show you all that because, like I said, you don't have to pay the full amount up front. You can do installments. And I work so hard with my team to get Afterpay and Klarna because I'm like, okay, I never want money to be the reason why you don't learn how to pass your exam. Because can we be real? It's 2026. Things are going to cost money, especially things that work, right? I think about when I go shopping, like sometimes I buy cheap clothes, but sometimes I don't. And the cheap clothes that I don't buy, and I'm not talking about designer, I'm just saying like good quality clothes that I buy, they last long. I have clothes from when I was in college in 2012. I'm being honest because I invested good money into them. And so what am I trying to say? In this 6-week Exam Prep Academy, everything that you will learn, you can use for the rest of your life. Because learning is not reversed. Once you get it, you got it. And these are strategies and systems. Let me be very clear. You're learning a system that works. Did y'all see my post today? I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy, y'all. So my previous client shared that she passed her exam. She was preparing for the certification exam to become a certified substance abuse counselor, and she passed after working with me. So I don't know if y'all saw my post today, but I kind of want to share it with y'all if y'all don't mind. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta rewind it. This is my post from. Pass your exam. I need you. Hold on. If you're trying to pass your exam, I need you to listen up because, look, I'm helping people pass their exam all across the United States. Gabriella previously worked with me, and she left me a review, a 5 5-star review, and I want to read it to y'all. Gabriella said, I can confidently say that the Study and Pass workbook, which was my previous workbook that I released, and that the Help Me Pass multiple choice exam complete masterclass, y'all got to get in my 6-week academy to get that, completely changed my exam performance. Before taking these workshops, I had failed my certification exam twice. Before, she failed twice. Okay, let's continue. The difference this time was not just studying harder, it was studying smarter. Now, that's a coincidence because I don't even think she knew that my new ebook is called Study Smarter, Not Harder. I did not tell her to say this. I did not tell her what to write. Okay, the strategies for breaking down multiple choice questions, eliminating distractors, managing time, and improving exam day mindset were game changers. Her words, not mine. These tools gave me a clear system and structure that I have been missing. Thanks to Veronica's guidance, I passed my certification exam. Okay, I highly recommend these resources to anyone serious about passing their exam. Now, again, these are Gabriella's words, not mine. If you are serious about passing your exam, just like Gabriella did, I need you to click the link in my bio and enroll in the 6-week exam prep academy. Class is starting on April the 6th. I'm going to be teaching you everything that Gabriella just named, how to study and pass your exam the correct way, how to understand multiple choice questions. All the things that she mentioned, plus more, are in my 6-week exam prep academy. All you have to do is click the link at the top of my page, and I'm going to teach you how to pass just like I taught Gabriella. If you're trying to pass your exam, I had to show y'all that because, like I said, I'm proud. I'm proud that what I'm teaching is helping transform lives. So now she's certified. She don't have to worry about a test no more. Now, sometimes people do have to take what do they call it? Not extended learning, but essentially it's like when you're getting recertified, right? But that's like years down the line. They may have to take another exam, right? To renew their credentials, right? But guess what? Because she already worked with me, everything that she learned, she can use again when it's time for her to renew her credentials. But guess what? For the next 4 or 5 years, she good, maybe longer. Because each industry has a set amount of years where you're good until you have to renew. Just like for me, every 4 years, I have to renew my teacher certification. Okay? But she good. So the question is, friend, are you good? Are you good? I don't know. I can't answer that question. Are you good, though? Are you good with the struggling to study, flipping the pages? You got a migraine. You staying up too late. You're studying for too long. Yes, there is a such thing as studying for too long. Are you good with that? Or are you ready to learn the right way to do this thing? Come to death row. No, I'm just playing. I had to say, I always want to say that, y'all. Come to death row. It ain't death row. It's beautiful over here. Death row don't sound appealing. You know, like, ooh, I don't want to come to death row. But I'm just saying, join the winning team. I want you to feel just like Gabriella. I did not tell her to write none. I asked her for a review. Yes, I did. I did not tell her to write none of that. Those are her true feelings. She is genuinely excited that she is certified because she worked with me. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off the live. If you are preparing for a standardized licensing or certification exam and you want to make sure that you pass on your very next attempt, I invite you to enroll in the 6-week exam prep academy. Now I'm going to say this. A lot of people joined this live and they left. We even had people on here to complain and say, I want to pass on. But complaining is not going to help you get the letters behind your name. It's not going to help you get your papers. What's going to help you get your papers is when you invest in extended learning the correct way. Okay? I love you. If you have questions, you can always send me a message, DM me. For details, again, on the 6-week Exam Prep Academy, click the link at the top of my page. Read the page, right? I'm not saying enroll in the next 2 minutes, but if you know you need to pass your exam, you probably should, right? Don't delay. And this is another thing I'm going to say. When you enroll, even though class doesn't start until April the 6th, you get my ebook immediately. So as soon as you enroll, you get the ebook at no cost to you because that's complimentary when you enroll in the 6-week Exam Prep Academy. I got something in my eye, y'all. But I love y'all. Message me if you have questions. I don't bite. I don't bite. But I love y'all. God bless y'all. And I look forward to helping you pass your exam, okay? Because it's still level up season, all right? Mwah. Love y'all. See y'all soon.